this lecture is about the mouth. The mouth is also known as the oral cavity. And the mouth then is used for analysis, chemical analysis. That is what the sense of taste really is. The sense of taste is just there to make sure that you know what you're eating. If it tastes rotten, you know that it's probably gone bad and will be bad for you. If it tastes sweet, then you know it's got some nice sugar calories in it, which in the wild would be important. So, as I said, we have the mouth for tasting, for sensory analysis. The mouth is also used for mechanical processing. That is to say, just rendering big pieces of food and into little pieces of food, grinding it up. That's what chewing is about. And we also use the mouth for the lubrication of food. This is done by way of both mucus and, that's an and, salivary secretions. Lubrication is actually really important because you have to actually have the food be slippery enough to be able to slide down your throat, go through your GI tract, and the like. So, as I said, lubrication is quite important. And then finally, we also even use the mouth for the beginning of digestion. Remember that digestion is the actual chemical breakdown of food into its component molecules. And we do have some salivary enzymes that start to break down starches. It's called salivary amylase. So, as I said, the mouth is used for all of these things. And the general anatomy then of the mouth is as follows. We have the vestibule, that is to say, the cavity, the actual open part in the middle of your mouth. There's also the tongue. We have some tonsils in our mouth. The tonsils are not a part of the digestive system. The tonsils actually are part of your lymphatic system. They're necessary in your immune system. Now, I should say, by way of necessary, you can have your tonsils removed, I should say, and you will live. But you can't live without an immune system. In the mouth, we also find salivary glands, or I should say associated with the mouth are salivary glands. And then inside the mouth, you will find teeth, which are needed for mechanical processing. So let's talk about each of these in turn. So the vestibule, then, this is the cavity. This is what we find between our cheeks and the tongue. and the lips. So the cavity between your cheeks, tongue, and lips is known officially as the vestibule. Next, we have the tongue itself. This is used for sensory analysis, that is to say, taste. And this is performed by the papilla then on the tongue. The tongue is also used then, in addition to being used for sensory analysis, it is also used for food manipulation. Your tongue is a very muscular piece of your body, and so we have the food manipulation then, which is done by the muscles of the tongue. So when food goes into your mouth, what happens? Your tongue is the part that actually positions the food between the teeth so you can chew it. The tongue is what shapes the food into a nice little ball and positions it for swallowing. So the muscular aspects of the tongue are very important to us. Then there are the lingual tonsils. These are found at the root of the tongue. As I said, these are not a part of your digestive system. We have salivary glands that secrete into the mouth, and saliva from each gland then is somewhat different. So you have different salivary glands and they have slightly different secretions chemically. But in general, saliva then is used for lubrication and to begin the digestion of food. And then finally, in our mouth, we find our teeth, and these then are for the mechanical processing of food.